In way of introduction, to understand the Gemara now on the Mishnah, there are 5 types of damages or fines that a person can possibly be responsible to pay if he causes damage to an item or, more importantly, to a person. When a person causes damage to someone's item, generally they are only liable, chayav, responsible, for nezek, that's damages. Now, when it comes to a person's body, nezek also applies, and it's called permanent bodily damages. Continuing with the idea of compensating somebody for damages done to their body or to their person, we have 4 other items. Daled Devarim. Tsar, pain. It's physical pain suffered by the damaged party. You have to pay for the pain that you caused them, not only the damage, but the pain. Ripoy, the healing that will be necessary for this person to become whole again. And that would be something like medical bills. You would be on the hook for the medical bills. Shevet, that's workman's compensation. Person couldn't go to work, have to make up for those lost wages. And finally, boshet, humiliation, embarrassment. Now, when you cause this damage to the person, they experience not only pain, but they also experience humiliation. Later on in the year, we're going to spend a little more time about humiliation. And out of these 5, once we talk about nezek, these other 4 are called Daled Devarim. Tsar, Ripoy, Shevet, and Boshet. We now will begin our Gemara. Now our Gemara proceeds. Kitane, the Mishnah teaches us, Sima es ayin chavero, that blinding your friend's eye, dumya, is comparable or equal to dishiber et hakelim, breaking someone's vessels, utensils. My hasam, over there, by the case of breaking someone's utensils, nezek ein, you're liable for the damages. Abba devarim, but for the 4 other items, such as ripoy, tsar, shevet, and boshet, lo, you're not chayiv. Af sima, also by blinding at ayin chavero, the eye of your friend, nezek ein, damages, yes, you're liable for. Abba devarim, lo. But for the 4 other categories, you're not responsible. I want to bring your attention to Rashi. Rashi says, Af sima as ayin chavero. Even when you blind your friend's eye, you're only chayiv nezek when it was done bishogeg, when it was done by accident. Again, reminding you, by accident means you were aware of the risk, but it was not your intention. And then Rashi also teaches us, nezek ein, we're responsible for damages, but abba devarim lo, but for the other 4 categories, we're not responsible. The lo mechayve abba devarim. Rashi is teaching us a general rule that when it comes to shogeg, when it comes to accidents, a person is not chayve, he's not liable for paying abba devarim when it was done by accident. Ella, o mezit or kov lemezit dumya. If the person caused the damages on purpose or close to purpose, that's when they're chayiv for the other 4 categories of payments. Karav b'mezit, what does it mean close to mezit? That means that you were fighting with somebody and you wanted to hurt them, but your intention was not to break their arm or to blind them in their eye. That's karav lemezit. You're very close. It's like getting in the car and you had a few drinks. And God forbid, you're driving along and God forbid you ran into someone and you damaged them, God forbid, and you hurt them. That's karav lemezit. It wasn't your intention to get in the car and run somebody over. That would be b'mezit. Here was, you were drunk and you didn't have good seichel, you didn't have good common sense. That's karv lemezid. Techi yirvun anashim. As the pasuk says, when people fight together, yirvun means they struggle and they're battling each other. That has the tone of intentional or close to intentional. And the Hasam, the pasuk in Shemos Chaf Aleph says, Ksiv ripoy shevis. You have to pay for the doctor bills and the workman's compensation.